I hope everyone is good. I want to meditate on 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 19. Let me read that for you. 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 19. Nevertheless, God's solid foundation stands firm, sealed with this inscription: the Lord knows who are his, and everyone who confesses the name of the Lord must turn away from wickedness. Paul, just before being beheaded by Nero, he wrote the last letter to Timothy. And he called Timothy in chapter 1, verse 2 as my dear son. He was talking to Timothy, how to fight a good fight and what is really important for a Christian life. How do you live a life? What is really important? And when he comes to verse 19 of chapter 2, he says, God's solid foundation has two things. One, God knows who belong to him. Oh, it's such a beautiful thing to know that God knows who belong to him. And that's our great hope. But now the second question is, how do we really know that we belong to God and we have been chosen by God? There it says there's a test to prove that. If we confess the name of the Lord, we'll turn from wickedness. There's a U-turn. Our relation with sin will change if we are truly belonging to God. That's what Jesus said. You need to live holy as He is holy. Our relation to sin will completely change. Earlier, sin is to entice us. We feel like doing it. It gives us a lot of pleasure. But after coming to Christ, sin doesn't entice us. We hate sin. We don't like sin. Proverbs says, fear of God is to hate evil. Our relation with sin will change. That's why in verse 22, Paul said, Timothy, flee from youthful lust and run towards righteousness. We should live in that attitude, live a life of holiness. Jesus kept on repeating, saying that, why do you call me Lord, Lord, if you do not obey me? Again, Jesus said very clearly, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. So that is the proof that we have an intentional desire to live holy. Daniel 1 verse 8 it says, Daniel resolved in his heart not to defile himself. There is a serious longing to live holy. A final thought. Verse 21. Paul says, if we cleanse ourselves, God will use us for special purposes. If we're living holy, let's have that confidence that God will use us for special purposes and we belong to Him. And if you're really living holy and you want to live holy, a holy God, because of His Holy Son, will send the Holy Spirit, which will enable us